There we go. I was muted. Okay, now we're unmuted. Okay. Anyway, hey, I've got a few minutes with you. I just want to share with you for a few moments that I was inspired by a couple of things. Now, I subscribe to a lot of thought leaders, a lot of incredible thinkers, doers, people that are actually making a difference in the world, and I follow them and I learn from them, and I try to apply what they're teaching me into my real life, into what I do, my real life as my fake life. Although I have a fake life too. That's when I'm entertaining. But I do these things because I want to not only have a more fulfilling life, but I want to help other people have the same thing. And that's why I love coaching. That's why I love mentoring. That's why I love adding value to people that I know they want to make a difference, but sometimes they just need somebody to just want to help them get clarity and to gain that focus. And so one thing, and this is a vulnerable moment here, one thing I know is that I'm good at a lot of things. I mean, I have to admit that. I get to admit that because for many years I didn't think I was good at anything. But that was because that was all those negative voices in my head telling me all that. But until I gained some new clarity, I gained some new people in my life, people that believed in me and supported me, especially, like my wife. But and the John Maxwell team. So I'm going to talk to you real quick. At the top of the hour, I'm going to be on a call with my friend Mark Cole. Mark Cole is the president, CEO of all of John's Enterprises, and a global influencer. He's an amazing man. He is John Maxwell's right-hand man. I mean, the man is just a phenomenal, phenomenal leader. In fact, I always said that there's a couple of people in the world, and I won't mention one of them right now because he's not the topic of discussion, but there's one person in the world that I would leave my day job for now, and I would leave everything to work for this guy. And this guy's Mark Cole. And if you don't know Mark Cole, I can promise you this, you are missing out on an incredible human being. But he's going to be talking at the top of the hour on the mentorship call with the John Maxwell team about stepping back and refocusing on what it is we want to really do in 2022. And so we're going to be reviewing and renewing and building up our 2022. And so, as he says here, begin again, reviewing, renewing, and pursuing. And that's the call today. But I also want to talk about next week. His call is going to be Happy New You. So the title I came up with is clever. It's not mine. Okay. I borrowed it from Mark Cole. Happy New You. And I love that. I love that. It's like, let's focus on that. But then on one of my inspirational channels I listened to this morning. Let me hit the comments in case there's any comments pop up there. I subscribe to Ed Milet. Now, Ed Milet was interviewing a gentleman who is an author who wrote a book. I can't remember the name of the book, but the author is Thatcher Wine. And so I'll be getting that book, definitely. But he talks about monotasking versus multitasking. We're in a world, in an environment where we feel we need to multitask. We got to do more, right? And the problem is we can do more, but we're not getting more back on the return on that investment. I'm in that boat. I'm in that place. I have a lot of things I'm doing. I have a lot of projects I'm working on, I've been going back and forth on maybe doing a huge minimalization. I don't know, one of those. You know what I'm saying, right? Getting rid of some stuff, but it's hard because those are a lot of the things that I've done, that I've created, that I'm still in creation mode and process. So rather than get rid of the things that you're invested in developing, you want to learn how to monotask, and Thatcher talks about how to monotask in even everyday activities. I mean, when you get up in the morning, right, you monotask, the focus on one thing, getting up out of bed. What's the next thing? Focus on that, brushing your teeth, right? But how many of us get up in the morning and we brush our teeth, and while we're brushing our teeth, we're thinking about our emails, we may be looking at our cell phones, our tablet, our laptops, we may be doing that, we may be trying to get something together, getting our outfits out, or getting our clothing, uniforms, whatever out. We're doing all these things at one time. So you're not really multitasking, you're focusing on one thing at that time in that very moment. But how much better would it be if you could monotask and focus on the one thing until completion? In other words, eliminate the distractions By laser sharp focus on the one thing that you are working on. Now, case in point, today, and I got to watch the time because I want to be on this call at the top of the hour. Case in point is today. Today's my day off from my day job. When I am doing my day job, I am monotasking, well, essentially multitasking, if you will, in my delivery services, in my watching out for the next any hazards, listening to anything around me, watching out for dogs, watching out for people who own dogs sometimes, you know, making sure to get the right mail in the right boxes because some of you know that I'm a mailman by day, okay, and then by night I'm Superman. But no, I had that, so there is that tasking. But you want to be focused on what is the task at hand. In other words, you got to be present in the moment for what matters in that moment. Now, I can tell you that there's a lot of things I'm working on right now. A lot of programs, major programs within programs. There is the golf impact consulting, developing that, getting back, jumping in that, and developing coaching and training and speaking events, opportunities through that, developing courses through that. There is my Man Mastery Club and Academy. Working on that. I've got products. I've got courses developing. I've got mentorship in that. I've got a website and YouTube and Facebook. Those are all these different things that need my attention. Okay, and then I've got books. I'm working on several different book projects now because I get an idea, I write it down, I start writing it out, what's this about, and I start working on that. I've got one that I actually have 4 or 5 chapters completed. And then, there's the Elvis thing I do. I'm an Elvis tribute artist. So I do the Elvis tribute artist thing. And today is the day I'm focused on that. So once I get done with these calls this morning, I'm going to switch task and I'm going to monotask in that. And I'll be getting everything ready for that. I've got to load up my equipment. I've got to make sure my outfit is good to go. My jumpsuit's good to go. Make sure I have scarves, which I need to order more scarves. Luckily, I found 2, so there's only 2 going to be given out today. But then that's another thing I have to do. I said I have to order scarves. So there's many tasks within a task. And they call that multitasking, but you only focus on one. And when you can scale that out and you can write that out, and you can measure that and say, I have this project, boom, I need to figure out what all do I need to do. Then I need to prioritize. That's why I love doing the mind mapping, and just channeling it that way. Say, this is the major project. These are all the things attached to this major project to accomplishment. These are all the resources that go in with each part to that. Which one do I need to do first? And then you do that and you stay focused on that. Don't be like the person who cleans house, who starts on the kitchen and ends up in 5 other different rooms through the process, right? Okay. It takes forever to get the kitchen done by doing that. So monotasking is a thing that really, if we are intentional about, this is the thing, we got to be very intentional. Be very intentional about monotasking versus multitasking, and you'll get a heck of a lot more done. And as I have all these different projects and programs that I've been working on and developing, I'm a part of, then I have to monotask. Got to be intentionally focused on that so I can complete that. Because when I complete that, then I grow personally, I grow spiritually, I grow intellectually, I grow. But then as I grow, I help you grow. It's kind of like the tree that grows that bears fruit. Okay. If I don't focus on the one tree to grow, then it's not going to bear as much fruit as if I focus on several trees at once. I have to space my attention apart. And so what happens? The tree doesn't ever bear fruit. So you have to figure out what is the tree that you need to focus on, that you need to monotask on, so that you can make this a happy new you. Man, I love that term. Mark Cole, my mentor, came up with that. So I'm going to be listening to that call. And listen, real quick, I've got to get on that call in about 6 minutes, so I'm actually going to jump on before that. If you ever want to learn more about the John Maxwell team, my team, the John Maxwell team, okay, let me know. I can get you in. I can get you hooked up. I can tell you all about it. I was on the President's Advisory Committee for a bit. I was onboarding new members and mentoring and coaching them, even after they've already joined, getting calls, say, hey, Jay, what do I do here? How do I do that? Where's this, that, blah, blah, blah. It's a passion of mine. Like I said, if I could work for anybody in the world, I'd do it. I'd probably take a pay cut. Oh, if we got to figure out how to pay the house, then that means Katrina had to do more work. No, but I would work for this guy. I would work with him. I would work for him. And he's a part of the best organization in the world, which is designed to help organizations become their very best, which is one of the challenges I'm facing right now of determining, do I apply for a supervising position, which I know I would get, and make a difference there by becoming a supervisor, or do I continue doing what I'm doing, and so I can build my other programs? Because once I become a supervisor, there won't be time to do these other things because the scheduling is so sporadic. I mean, you could go in at 3 a.m. that morning and then have to come back at 3 p.m. that afternoon and work weekends, and so it's and you hop around. So I'm not sure if I'm ready for that. I'm not sure, but I know that some way, somehow, I can still add value and be an influence for our leadership and our peers, which one of the books I'm writing is all about peer leadership. So, but it's coming close. I'm going to get off here. I want you to focus on monotasking. Number one, I want you to make this a happy new you. And what does that look like? And if I can help you with that, let me know. I'm happy to sit down with you and let's develop a strategy of intentional actions on that. And then the third thing is, if you would like to know more about the John Maxwell team and be a part of a global, world-changing organization, it's going to help you become a better you and help others become better as well, on everything from nations down to individuals. It's amazing, all points in between. So I love being a part of that team. All right, my friends, God bless you. I will see you next time. Leave your comments down below and connect with me if I can serve you in any way. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.